Ariana, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we are going to do a green inspired makeup for St. Patrick's Day. I have my nails all done and ready to celebrate. I also have my Irish cream coffee right here, and I'm still repping Christmas, apparently. But I'm really excited to do this look. I actually think that my very first tutorial on my channel was actually St. Patrick's Day of 2018. I want to pull it up and I'll post it right here just so you guys can see how far I've progressed in the makeup world and how different style of videos that I do now versus a year ago. So I'm gonna pull it up on my phone just so I can see for myself what my very first tutorial was, and I believe I am correct. So let's just see. So yeah, my very first makeup video was easy green makeup tutorial for beginners, and it was on St. Patrick's Day. In my thumbnail, I'm literally doing this. So I'm really excited to do this and just to see what kind of different look that I can create this time around. So without further ado, the first thing that I am going to do is I'm going to prime my face with the No Pore Primer, so it looks like this. If you are unfamiliar, we got it in our BoxyCharm last month, and it's a really nice primer. It acts like a primer and it's not too heavy on the skin, and it doesn't really seem to weigh my skin down, so I really like it. With that being said though, I'm not really into primers. I think they're kind of scammy. I don't really think they do a whole lot for your face or your makeup, but I'm just going to use it anyway because might as well use the product that I got in my BoxyCharm and make the most of it, and maybe I will start to actually like primers. But so far, I don't notice a difference. So as per usual, I'm gonna start off by using a concealer on my eyes. So I'm gonna use the ColourPop concealer in Fair 06 all over my eyelids. The reason that I like the ColourPop one versus the Morphe one, because I have both of them, this is the Morphe one, I find that the Morphe one dries down a little bit too fast, so I like the ColourPop one just because it gives you a little leeway to work it into your skin in more time than the Morphe one. And then now that the primer, concealer, whatever, is all over my skin, I'm just gonna go in with the RCMA translucent powder, and I'm just going to set my eyes just with a little bit of powder. Pros about this powder is I find that it looks really, really nice. It makes your skin almost look airbrushed. The cons is I hate the packaging. I hate this salt shaker kind of packaging. It makes a mess everywhere. I would prefer it not to be in this kind of packaging. So now that I have my eyes all primed and ready to go, I am gonna go into the James Charles and Morphe palette. So this is what the palette looks like. If you are unfamiliar, the inside of it looks like this, and I'm obviously gonna focus on these greens right here. So the first color that I'm gonna go into is Social Blade, and I'm going to put that all over my crease. So I'm gonna go in using a crease brush. So this is the Lexi double-ended brush. I'm gonna go in with the blender side, and I'm just gonna go in with Social Blade and put that all in my crease. I'm actually gonna zoom you guys in just a little bit. And then I'm gonna do something similar to the fire look that I did. I'll post a picture right here if you guys are unfamiliar with it. I'm going to flick out the green kind of like this. Just so it goes up a little bit dramatically. And then I'm also gonna go in using the same brush. So this is the Lexi Mini 131. I'm gonna go into the color Daddy, which is like a crocodile kind of green color if you're familiar with Jeffree Star's shade range. And I need to change my battery. So I'm gonna go back into the color Daddy, which is like a crocodile green color, and I'm just going to put that right in the crease. And then I'm gonna add it to that flick and just bring it up. And of course I'm gonna go back in with Social Blade, and I'm just going to brighten that first green color. Now on the lid portion, I think I'm gonna go in with a little bit of concealer. So I'm gonna go in with a flat tapered brush like this, and I'm just going to put it all over my lid. So I'm using the same ColourPop concealer that I used to set my eyes. So I did it about half of the crease. So I have hooded eyes, so my crease is a little bit deeper than some other people's, so this is just where I like to leave it. So now I'm going to go in with the Social Blade color, and I'm just going to blend out where the concealer touched. And then I'm going to go back in with the tapered brush with the color Daddy, and I'm just going to apply that green right into the crease again. And now on the actual lid portion, I am going to go in with the color, there's a color Guac in the palette that is like this chrome green color. So I'm going to add that color down with a flat brush. So I'm going to go in using packer side of my brush. So it's clean, it's just really stained. And I'm going to use the All Nighter setting spray to wet it. So I'm going to take some of Guac on my brush, and then I'm going to wet it with the setting spray, and then I'm going to apply it just on my lid portion. And I'm just flicking it up with the rest of the color. So now this is the time where I just like to go over and I like to intensify all of the colors. So I'm going to go back in with Crocodile. And I'm just going to re-intensify it in the crease. And then the same with the color Social Blade. So now I'm going to go in and I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other eye. Okay, so now that I have both of my eyes done, I'm just going to quickly clean up the edges and shape it just a little bit. Shape it more out into like a point than it being blown out, and then I just clean up all of the fallout underneath my eyes. And now we can move on to doing the eyebrows and eyeliner. So you guys have seen me do my brows a couple times on camera, so I'm just going to do them quickly for you guys, and I'll just speed it up just so you guys can see how I do them. It's not really part of the tutorial, just kind of gonna do it quickly on camera. And then I'm gonna throw on some lashes and do a winged liner. And then when I have the basic shape that I kind of like, just because I suck at doing my brows, I like to go in with the brow pomade using a tapered brush like so, and then I just go over them. I go for a more natural brow shape, plus I really need to get my brows done, and I haven't in a little while, and I just kind of suck at doing my brows. So now that I have the brows done, I like to go in and do some liner. So I am gonna do a winged liner using the Pretty Vulgar liner gel, and I'm going to use a very fine detailed brush. So I was just gonna do my foundation and bronzer off of camera, but to fit in with the St. Patrick's theme, I think I'm going to use my CoverFX, my glow drops in my foundation, just to see what kind of shimmer it gives me, since St. Patrick's Day leprechauns are usually gold and green. So I'm just going to add a few drops into my foundation. Nothing too insane, just a little bit. Just adding a bit, and then I'm going to mix it around on my hand, and I'm going to apply and see what it does. So pray for me. My chin is extremely glittery right now, and nothing else is. It's kind of hilarious. Alright, so it added a significant amount of glitter all over my face. I don't know if you guys can really see on camera, but my chin area and my mouth area is extremely glittery, so I'm going to have to fix that in a second, but I still have so much of it on my Alright, so impressions of the CoverFX glitter drops. My whole face is glittery as fuck. It kind of looks cool, but my mouth area is a little bit too glittery. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with a little bit of the Morphe concealer, and I'm just going to put some concealer on my mouth area and on some of my spots. And I don't really have that many spots right now or acne, thank God. If you guys are interested in a skincare routine for how I get rid of any acne that I randomly get in the month, I usually get it around my period, and my period starts I'm filming this on a Sunday and I should be getting it tomorrow, so usually I break out really badly around that time of the month, and right now I'm not. So if you guys are interested, let me know in the comments down below and I will make a skincare routine video that I do. So I'm just gonna go in with my concealer and just try to conceal some of this sparkles. I mean, I was going for a glowy look today, but this is very glowy. So now we can move on to doing the bronzer and highlight, even though my whole face is highlighted at the moment. So I'm gonna go grab my highlight palette and I will be right back. So the highlight palette that I'm going to use today is the one that I always use, which is the NYX Contour and Sculpting palette. And I'm also going to use the Pretty Vulgar bronzer in the shade Bronzed Bee. So it looks like this. If you're unfamiliar with it, we got it in our BoxyCharm and I actually really like it. Swatched on my finger, it looks like this. And on my hand, it's just like a very nice subtle bronzer. I really like it. So I'm gonna go in using my normal blush brush that I use from Morphe, and I go in with this shade and this shade right here, and I'm just going to sculpt out my cheeks. Then I like to go in with my fluffy blush brush or powder brush, and I just blend that all in. And now I'm gonna go in with the RCMA powder and my Morphe sponge, and I'm just going to and then I don't really leave the bake on for very long, or I'd like to just brush it off almost immediately. And then I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of the Pretty Vulgar bronzer. And now we can finish up the eye look. So now for the under eyes, we can go in with the same Luxie taper brush that we're using, the 131, and we can go into Social Blade, which was that lime green color, and just smoke it underneath your waterline and attach it up to that little flick. I had to fix that side a little bit because it got wiped off when I was fucking around with my eyebrow. So now, once you have the Social Blade all in the underline, you can go in with Daddy and just darken it a little bit. And then last but not least, for the shadow, on the inner corner of the eye, I'm gonna go in with a pigment. So this is just a gold pigment. You can use any pigment that you want. This is just my favorite. This is the Macabella Beauty Cosmetics pigments, and they look like this. It's a really pretty gold color, looks like that. And so I'm just going to take a little bit on a very small brush. This is the Luxie Mini 111 brush, and I'm gonna put this on the inner corners. So this is just a loose pigment, so it is going to run down my face, which I don't really care. I already have glitter all over my face. So if you wanted to wet it, it would be a little bit more wet looking, and it would work like a shimmer. I personally like the gold kind of flaky look, so that's why I did it this way. So the last thing that we need to do before a lipstick is we need to do a highlighter. So I am gonna use my normal oil. If you guys are new to my channel, I use the Ecart Eye Serum Booster, which is just like a random oil. You can also use like bio oil or any type of skin face safe oil. And I just put this on my high cheeks, my high points, my nose, and my Cupid's bow. And then I'm gonna go in with the Platinum Ice palette by Jeffree Star. So it looks like this. And I am gonna go in with the color Canary Bling because it's a kind of like a gold-ish, it's like a yellowish color in this highlight palette, and I've never used this one before. So let's try it out, and if it doesn't turn out the way I want it, then I'll go in with Ice Cold. Oh no, that's really pretty. Like a gold highlight. A yellow gold highlight. And I think I want to finish this off with one different type of highlight. So this is the Jeffree Star Supreme Frost Frozen Peach, and I just want to see what it looks like over top. So I'm just going to add it on. I think Canary Bling was already yellow enough, so you might not see anything. But a swatch of this one on my hand looks like that, and on my hand it's like a golden highlight. Maybe I'll try it on this hand, that's less dirty. Like a gold highlight, I don't know if you can tell, my skin is pretty light, but it is a really pretty highlight. So now the last thing that I need to do is throw on some lashes, like on the bottom lashes. So this is the Double Decker Lashes by Butter London. It's just a black mascara, and I'm just going to put that on the bottom lashes. And then we need to just add a black liner to the waterline. And the eye look is complete. So now I need to throw on a lipstick, a wig, and the look will be done. So the last thing that I'm gonna do before I do that is I'm going to use the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray and just set my face. This actually is such a pretty look. It turned out really good, so I'm really excited for that. So now I'm gonna go grab I think I'm gonna do a red lipstick, and I'm gonna grab an orange wig, so I will be right back. While I was putting my wig on, I realized that I didn't do a brow bone highlight, so I'm gonna go back in with Canary Bling, and I'm just going to highlight my brow bone. And I'm also gonna go in with a little bit of Ice Cold. And now the last thing that I need to add is a red lipstick. So this is the brand Lime Crime, and I am going in with New Americana, which is bright red. So this is what the finished look looks like. I am actually really impressed with how really glamorous and gorgeous this look turned out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did enjoy this video, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below for more content like this. And I'm hoping you guys will stick around and subscribe, and you guys will see how far I've come in the makeup industry just from my very first tutorial, which was St. Patrick's Day of 2018 and versus St. Patrick's Day of 2019. I think my skill has definitely grown, and I'm really excited to see where the makeup world takes me. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys at my next video. Bye!